Welcome to segment 3 of week 2. We're already into week 2, but bring on the football, as we all say.
That's all I gotta say.
Exactly. These next 4 games here, we're in the late games now, I believe.
Yep.
Tampa Bay against St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis coming into this year, I thought they could have a pretty promising season, and then the injury bug kicked in. Well, they took Sam Bradford away from them. We got to see Sean Hill a little bit last week before he got hurt.
Yeah.
And then we believe Clemens came in, not 100% sure on that one. But overall, this team did not look good against this Minnesota team last week. And Minnesota, we're not expecting to have a great season this year at all. And they pretty much Minnesota dominated them in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And a defense that we thought was be very good for the St. Louis Rams did not look that good at all. And then you have a Tampa Bay team who went against the Carolina Panthers. I believe Tampa Bay looked all right last week, but did not look great because Carolina, you got to remember, Carolina has a very, very good defense behind them. And I believe this is a kind of a game between two below-average teams right now, two teams that are trying to figure stuff out. So I'm going to give the win to Tampa Bay because they are at home. I just believe they're going to have a little bit of advantage going to their side. I'm going to pick a low-scoring game for this one, though, 14-10.
I'm also picking Tampa Bay in this one. St. Louis looks less than impressive. I mean, we thought they were going to be halfway decent this year, but obviously, just like the Red Wings, the injury bug came, and now they're screwed.
They're in trouble.
Let's face it, they're screwed. Tampa Bay is going to win this one 20-14. This will be a defensive game. Of course, Lovie Smith and Jeff Fisher, known for defenses first. And yeah, that's about it. Tampa Bay at home will get the win. And a very interesting one here. San Diego against Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle last week starting out the season and getting their Super Bowl championship banner raised from last year. They looked very, very good against that Green Bay Packers team, which I thought would have been a little closer game. If it was close, I thought it would have been like at least a 7 to 10 point swing.
Told you so.
Yeah, you got that one right. But Seattle, they impressed me last week, and coming this week, they're going to have another very interesting game against a San Diego team who, I think they're a good team as well. They just got to play to what they have, and they have a lot of star power on that San Diego team. If they can just get it all together, I believe they can play very well. Phillip Rivers looked pretty good against the Arizona Cardinals on Monday night, but just end of the game, he didn't get what he needed. His receivers dropped a lot of passes. Mm-hmm. And I think that is the reason why they lost the game. And the reason they actually lost the game was because of a bad snap at the end of the game by Phillip Rivers, who missed the snap and went behind him and knocked him out of field goal range. Would have put them up by, I believe it would have put them up more, if that means anything. But they did not, and they ended up losing that week. And I just feel like the Seahawks coming in this game in San Diego, they're just too strong, I believe, for San Diego Chargers. Your Seattle defense that's really, really outstanding. I've had thoughts this week about picking San Diego over Seattle, but I just can't do it. I can't. I just believe Seattle is too good of a team to get over to San Diego. And I'm going to take the Seahawks 31-17.
The Seahawks on the road are vulnerable. The Seahawks at home on a Thursday night in front of the bright lights are not. I think this will be a little bit closer, but I think Seattle wins this game 27-10. I think San Diego's confidence is a bit shot after the comeback loss against the Cardinals.
I believe, what was it? They said this is the 4th year in a row they've been up by double digits going into the fourth quarter on Monday night and lost.
Just remember they lost to Houston.
Yep.
Which turned out to be a terrible loss.
Year before that to the Raiders, if I'm correct.
Yeah, they played.
They've had so many mistakes in the fourth quarter on Monday night on the first week.
Didn't they play a Sunday night game like 11:35 that I couldn't? I just couldn't stay up to watch the whole thing.
It was something like that. Yeah,
it was last year
or something like that.
Yeah, it was because the Tigers were playing in Oakland.
Oh, that's right. Yep, and they had to.
Yeah, okay. I just couldn't stay up for it. So NFL. If you're asking me about the 11:35 Sunday game possibility, don't do it. I'm already staying up to midnight. I don't want to stay up to 3 in the morning. Okay? I mean, I love football, but not at 3 a.m. when I want to be sleeping and my mom and dad are sleeping because they work at 6 a.m.
Don't worry, I'll be up.
Don't listen to him.
I stay up till like 5 o'clock anyways. Just do what you need to do.
Seattle 27, San Diego 10. Oakland against Houston.
Houston last week looked pretty good as they had a very, very good game. Fitzpatrick, I didn't know he was even the starting quarterback this year, but he is the starting quarterback for the Houston Texans, and he had a very good game for the Texans in this one. Texans defense looked pretty good as well. Just a little bit of an injury bug hit them as well as their number 1 overall pick. Clowney is going to be out now for 4 to 6 weeks, so that might be a little big impact to that front line of the Texans. And now they're going against Oakland Raiders team who I didn't think they were bad in their game this week against the Jets. I mean, they have a rookie quarterback in their helm starting off week 1, so I wasn't expecting anything big from him. And again, I got one against the Jets, who's maybe a defensive team. Of course, I should have probably picked the Jets in that one. I think about it, but Oakland, they're going to be an all-right team coming in this season. But I do not think they're going to beat a veteran Houston team here. I just believe Houston's offense and defense overall is going to be very good. And pretty much right now, Oakland is looking at their running game, which I think they still need to fix that a little bit because this is the first time in these two players' career, McFadden and Jones-Drew, that they've had to share time. So I'm going to give the win this one to Houston. I'm going to give it a close game, though, because it is in Oakland, 17-14, Houston.
I feel bad for the Raiders because they have good talent, but their schedule is probably the hardest in the league.
They announced it as the hardest schedule in the league this year.
And they will suffer because of that. Before the season, I think I had them at 2-14 solely because of their schedule. There was really no game I could really pick them to win. I had to force pick them to win too. I think Houston wins this game 20-7. They will start 2-0, but they won't lose the last 14 like they did last year. They're better than that.
They go against Schaub this week too, technically, because he's the backup for Oakland. Get it? Backup.
Backup. Just remember, what's Schaub's favorite number? He likes to pick 6.
Yep.
Did we go over Cincinnati?
No, we didn't.
I thought so. Cincinnati against Atlanta. I missed the game.
See, that's funny too because I missed that game because I was looking through my schedule. I'm like, I'm missing one game. That's when I had to put in.
I thought my clock here is at almost at 7.5, and I thought we're missing one game, aren't we? That's the one we're missing. Cincinnati against Atlanta.
Yeah, this one right here, I believe is going to be a very, very high-scoring game. This one, 2 very, very powerful offenses. Atlanta, who showed it last week against New Orleans, went high in the air. Matt Ryan said I beat some franchise records for passing yards in that game. And the very powerful passing team for them, and also a very powerful passing team for the Cincinnati Bengals with Andy Dalton and A.J. Greene on the other side. Both pretty good teams, but Cincinnati has a pretty good defense as well behind them. Then I believe that's going to be the key to this game is the defense as well. Whoever can stop the high-flying team is going to win this one, and I believe it will be Cincinnati. I do have this a high-scoring game, though. It's going to be a 31-28 win for the Cincinnati Bengals.
I think I will announce it right now. Andy Dalton will be your Week 2 starter on the Essex Green Monsters. Last week it was Ben because he was playing Cleveland. Cincinnati and Atlanta are not known for great defense. They're known for good offense, but defense, not so much. And it's funny because I had the Falcons defense on my fantasy team for a year or two. Now I feel stupid for doing it.
They're all right. A couple years ago now, they just kind of died down.
I picked the Bengals to win this game 27-17. Atlanta may have won last week, but they need some defense if they want to win.
It would help.
8 or more games.
It would help.
So, with that does it for segment 3 of our show. Segment 4 will feature America's Game of the Week and the night games.